Good evening. I'm Jessica Jones reporting from the scene of a devastating tornado. Here we have an eyewitness account of the horrible natural disaster that's terrorizing this area. Ma'am, can you tell me your name?
The name's Cricket. Cricket, Montana.
Cricket, well, it's very nice to meet you. Where exactly are we?
Well, don't you know, looks like we've got a yuppie. We're in Wichita, Kansas, right in the heart of Tornado Alley. We experience about 4 tornadoes a year.
Can you tell me what you were doing at the time of the first tornado touchdown?
Of course, you think I'm just wearing my fish frying hat to look cute and get me a bow? Well, I was in the kitchen frying up some catfish and making me some mashed taters before my husband came home from feeding the cows and the chickens, and all of a sudden I seen one of our prize steers, rest in peace, Bo Cephas, flying through the air. I just said, Mama, forgive me. Heavens to Betsy! Not again.
That sounds like a terrible experience. And did you notice anything before the tornado touched the ground?
Well, it was just a real dark day. The sky was sort of green tint to it, and there was all these low-lying clouds. They just hanged in the air like a Kansas State Fair chili dog burp.
Is that all?
Well, it started to rain real heavy, and large pieces of hail the size of baseballs, go Royals, fell from the sky, and the wind picked up. You should have seen them trees. They was bending like wet noodles. I could also hear what I thought was a freight train way over yonder, and then the Norin sirens started blaring in the distance. Then I synced that funnel, and I just knew we was in for a bad one.
That sure sounds like a harrowing experience, Cricket. Do you know where these tornadoes come from?
I sure did. Learned all about it in grade school. Well, here's what happened. Warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico just met up with this cold, dry air mass from Canada. Nothing good ever comes out of the north. And it created instability in the atmosphere. And then the wind changed direction and speed, and it created this upward draft that formed the funnel of the tornado. And, well, you can see the aftermath for yourself.
You sure are very knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Cricket. What type of tornado would you say this was?
You mean according to the Fajita tornado intensity scale?
I believe it's called the Fujita tornado intensity scale.
Right, that's what I said. I reckon it was an NF2. I mean, there's quite a bit of damage. My mobile home is just cracked right down the middle. I just got an upgrade to a double wide. I was living in the tool shed before this, and the trees were just pulled up from the ground like weeds, and some of my farm animals was just strewn about my property.
I'm so sorry to hear about your devastation, Cricket, but thank you for taking your time to talk to us. It was very nice to meet you and your fish.
Thank you, Reporter Jones.
You're very welcome. Well, here you have it at KWXTA Channel 6, reporting live from the aftermath of a Category F2 tornado in Wichita, Kansas. Good afternoon, listeners. My name is Jessica Jones, and I'm here with Bridget Green, who was here at Times Square when the blizzard started. Bridget, can you please tell us what happened?
Yeah, so I was standing here in line waiting to get into Prada for the brand new bag they're putting out today, and it was just snowing a little, and there was a little bit of wind that just kept messing up my hair. And then, out of nowhere, the wind went crazy and started blowing so hard, and it almost fell over and ruined my brand new shoes.
That would have been awful, Bridget. Did the temperature seem to drop any when the storm started?
Yeah. It was I felt like I was going to get frostbite or hypothermia or whatever from the wind chill. I mean, I know this jacket isn't really New York winter weather material, but you would never catch me dead in one of those bulky things. Oh.
So it can. I have heard that during a blizzard, the snow can cause a whiteout that makes it very difficult to see. Did you experience this?
Oh my gosh, yes. It was all I could see was white and nothing else. It was so scary. I wanted to run and find somewhere safe and warm, but my dad said never to go anywhere in a blizzard because you could get lost and blinded by all the snow.
Very good information from your father. What do you think made this blizzard start?
Well, I wasn't ever really good at science. I only went to school for cosmetology class and because Daddy said you take my credit cards. But I do remember cheating on the nerd boy next to me, and his note said that the blizzards form when a high-pressure system touches a lower-pressure system.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Well, once when I was flipping through channels, I came across a special on that blizzard that happened here forever ago in 1898 or something, and that storm hit New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut with 40 to 50 inches of snow, and people were trapped in their cars, and some people even died.
Well, thank you, Miss Green, for all of that wonderful information. And there's your proof that blizzards can be very dangerous. Stay inside and stay warm. Reporting live from the aftermath of a horrible blizzard here in Times Square, New York, New York.
Go.
Now I will visit with Sally Jensen, who is taking a cross-country tour of the United States this fall. She's currently exploring Yellowstone National Park. Sally, how is Wyoming treating you?
Well, here I sure am, standing on good old American soil at Yellowstone National Park. When I pulled up to this shindig in my RV with my husband, Bobby, I said, "Boy, howdy! There sure is a lot of steam coming from the ground."
And what did you do when you saw all of the steam?
Of course I had to go take a little look-see. This giant mess of steam coming out of the ground is known as Old Faithful. Oh, Old Faithful is a geyser. A geyser is actually a vent in the surface of the earth, according to a man with a funny little hat who told me. He said his name was Ranger. The vent ejects or spits out hot water and steam into the air, which is what I saw when we first got here.
And why is Old Faithful so special?
Old Faithful is one of a kind because it blasts thousands of gallons of boiling hot water hundreds of feet into the air every single day, and this is what makes it the world's best-known geyser.
I hear that Old Faithful isn't as faithful as it used to be. Could you tell me why this is?
Some goobers are saying that Old Faithful isn't faithful because it only erupts about 20 times a day compared to 21 times per day before the 1959 earthquake.
So for geologists, this is a pretty significant decrease in eruptions. How do you feel about this as a tourist getting to see the natural wonders of the world right here in the U.S. Sally?
I've already seen Old Faithful erupt a couple different times since me and Bobby have been here, and it has been amazing.
Well, thank you for all of that wonderful information, Sally. I really appreciate your time. And signing off here in the beautiful state we're in.